but those aren't iconic names. And you're taking something that is, more of a family vehicle or a commuter vehicle, and you're adding sportiness to it. So I don't think that can inherently hurt the name or the sales of that product. This is a Ford Lightning. This is the beautiful heart of said Ford Lightning. It's a Ford Lightning supercharger being modified because, Lightnings are awesome and sporty and have things that are awesome like superchargers. This is a tree hugger electric truck with a frunk. This thing, don't even get me started.
I've really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have a little discussion on things that I think Ford is missing the mark on. And I'm not talking marginally, my opinion is that they have completely missed the mark in a few different areas. And while these are simple mistakes that I'm going to bring up, I think they are huge mistakes. And a lot of them revolve around the name of a lot of the current cars that Ford has decided to come out with. As you just saw in the beginning of this video, I had a bunch of old school Lightning stuff up. What do I mean by old school Lightning? I mean V8 supercharged rear wheel drive, scary, tail happy goodness. A lot of those pictures were from a good buddy of mine, Brandon, actually has a Lightning, and it's been really cool to see him go through the process of building his truck and, keeping one of these SVT icons on the road. Now, what made a Lightning fun? Let's just think about that for a second. What makes it fun? Let's start out with by how the thing looks. You got a regular cab, short box, two-wheel drive truck that just does a lot to make the pickup look sporty. And I think they really had a winner. They really did. They hit the nail on the head making a full-size pickup truck sporty and something that's an icon in today's world. I mean, go try to buy one of those Lightning pickups and tell me how much it costs for you to pick one of those up. But like we said, we have supercharged V8 rear-wheel drive goodness. And these things got a reputation for being scary to drive and being really tail happy, and they're rowdy, and that's what made them fun. So why do I think Ford is messed up? Well, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I don't even want to get into the Mach-E. We're going to do it, but to me, that's a disappointment. And I don't think necessarily from a technician standpoint, a technology standpoint, that Ford has developed cars that are inherently bad. I don't think that the Mach-E is necessarily a bad idea. I don't think that the Lightning with the frunk is necessarily a bad idea. But where I think Ford has really missed the mark is the name. I mean, look at this new Lightning. It looks like every other F-150 that's on the road, which isn't a bad thing if you want a nice looking pickup. Is there anything sporty about it at all? No. Why was the old Lightning such a success? It looked mean, it was fast, it was fun, and it sounded awesome. Right? You want to know how much sound and excitement you get out of an electric truck? I'm going to do my best impression here. Why call this new truck the Lightning? And that's what I mean, you guys. This is such a simple mistake that Ford has made, not just with the Lightning, but with a lot of platforms here. The Lightning is just my first example, but look at the Mach-E. The Mach-E, why couldn't they put that under the Explorer name or the Ford Edge? Or there's a million different things they could have called this thing. But it's an electric SUV. Why would you take something like that and put the Mustang nameplate on it, especially when you have so many good cars? In recent years, well, it's been a while now, but the 5.0 came to fruition. We've had a couple really badass GT500s, the GT350, the Boss 302, the new Mach 1, the Bull. I mean, there's so many good cars that hold the Mustang name that they do a good job on, and then you're going to take this thing that has nothing to do with the Mustang whatsoever. You're going to call it a Mustang. From a marketing standpoint, I don't understand why this sells. I don't think that they're doing themselves any favors here, and it goes into so many other models that Ford has right now. The Bronco, I'm going to kind of leave alone because, yes, the Sport is more of a Ford Escape. I mean, put that thing right next to a 2008 Ford Escape. They look exactly the same. But the Bronco name got saved because The real Bronco is still a thing that exists. You can get a Bronco that's going to make enthusiasts happy. You can get a full-size Bronco. You're a car enthusiast, you're a guy that likes to off-road, that kind of stuff. You're not going to buy a Bronco Sport. You're going to buy a Bronco. And that's why that model isn't really something that I feel like I need to attack here, because they only got it like half wrong. You know, they made the Bronco Sport. I kind of understand that from a marketing perspective. Other vehicles where they have done this wrong though, you know, so we got the Mach-E, we got this Lightning pickup that has nothing whatsoever to do with a Lightning, and then you have cars like the Maverick. When was the Maverick ever a truck? It never was a pickup. The Maverick way back in the day was the car that everyone bought, stuffed a big motor into because it was cheap, and they were a riot. Again, do I think the Maverick inherently is bad? No, I think it's a great idea, but why did you call it a Maverick? I don't understand why you took this name that is completely unrelated to the small pickup segment and called it something that it's not. The Maverick was never a pickup. I don't understand where they're getting some of these names, and I think they're shooting themselves in the foot here. Why not call it a Courier? The Courier was a compact pickup that they had. You know, it was in conjunction with Mazda, and then after they flip-flopped, the B Series became Ford Rangers. You know, they had a good thing going there. So why don't you come back and call this new compact truck a Courier? It would be much more recognizable. People wouldn't be confused. Although I don't think naming a small pickup a Maverick is as detrimental to the nameplate and the sales of that vehicle as the Lightning, because there's nothing sporty about the new Lightning. It's going to take a very niche market to want an electric vehicle in general, but then to take something that had such a cult following, much like the Fox body, different things like that, and you're just going to completely butcher the name. It makes people disappointed because it's not what they associate that name with. So you're taking something that, you know, might be cool to a certain market, but it just puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Same thing with the Mustang. You're taking a sports car icon, a muscle car icon that your company has had, you know, for years. That's your bread and butter is the Mustang, and now you're tarnishing that name by putting it on a little crossover SUV electric type. I just do not understand why you would do that. You know, so again, I think they're coming out with really good and revolutionizing a lot of different things in the automotive industry, but I just think, you know, if you go through all this R&D to make something like the Mach-E or the Maverick or the new Lightning, why are you so poorly choosing nameplates that have such a big following and putting them on something that these people are going to be disappointed with the end product? It doesn't make any sense to me. And, you know I'm ripping on Ford, but you guys all know I'm a Ford fan. I got the Fox body at home, and I know you can't see all of them, but I got Ford. It's all over my shop. I got Ford stuff everywhere. I have 2 Ford vehicles. I just think that they've really dropped the ball on this. You know, let's think of some things Ford's done right. Look at the ST line. My buddy had a Fiesta ST. It sadly got totaled, but that thing was a riot. And the entire ST line, you really couldn't go wrong. You know, you had the ST Fiesta, which was a blast. You had the ST Focus. It was a great line of vehicles. They even put an EcoBoost 4-cylinder in a Mustang, and that was marketable. But they did that right. And you can go and say that, you know, they made an Edge ST, and now I believe they also have an Explorer ST. But those aren't iconic names. And you're taking something that is, you know, more of a family vehicle or a commuter vehicle, and you're adding sportiness to it. So I don't think that can inherently hurt the name or the sales of that product. But you take something like an iconic name like the Mustang, and you put it on this grocery getter electric thing. I mean, that is not a Mustang at all. It has nothing to do with the Mustang. And then you take a name that has a cult following like the Lightning, and you put it on this not sporty at all fake pickup truck that has an electric motor. It doesn't make sense to me. The Maverick thing, I think, you know, out of all of these name mishaps, that's something that could be okay, because the Maverick, you know, was never a pickup, but it didn't have that iconic following that the other 2 examples that we have did. Now, how do I think they should have done the Lightning? There's a ton of F-150s all over Instagram. I'm going to put a picture of one in right here, and this is what the Lightning should have been. And I don't understand why they didn't do this, because you wouldn't have to do that much more to what you already have. This is a base model work truck, regular cab, just like the Lightnings always were. This one's a long box, but they slammed it. It's got a 5.0. It's got a supercharger. That's what people want. That's what diehard Lightning fans want. I'm not saying you can't build your electric pickup. but don't tarnish a name that is iconic and hardcore to enthusiasts. Why didn't you just take a work truck, make it two-wheel drive, keep the 5.0, and then do something with that platform? That would be, in my opinion, way more successful to hold a nameplate such as Lightning and make it a successful run. Yes, people are going to buy this electric pickup, but the people that are going to buy it aren't the enthusiasts. The people that were most excited to hear that the Lightning nameplate was coming back are going to be very disappointed with this vehicle as a whole. I'm not saying that every single person will be, but I am saying that I think most enthusiasts are going to be mostly disappointed with this. So Ford, stop it. Just get the names right. I'm not saying you can't do some of this stuff. I just have no idea what your marketing team is doing here. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. So what do you guys think about this? I really think Ford has dropped the ball, which is unfortunate because they've created a lot of really cool technology, and then to miss the mark on something as simple as naming the products in a way that is going to disappoint enthusiasts, to me, it's really disappointing. So what do you guys think? I'd like to hear about it down in the comment section below. As always, you guys, thanks for watching. Put a thumbs up on this video. It really helps me out, and subscribe if you have not already. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.